What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Moa here, and today we're doing our Through the Generations, Tyranitar, of course, and it's going to be Gen 3 that we're going over today. So let's just jump right into it. First, we're going to look at the pokedex entry for Gen 3. Hold on one second. I had it pulled up, but it went away. Here we go. All right, so of course there was like 5 games in Gen 3. So just from top to bottom, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. We're gonna do Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Um, so for Ruby, it was Tyranitar is so overwhelmingly powerful it can bring down a whole mountain to make its nest. Okay, so think about this now. This Tyranitar is so powerful that it can take down a whole mountain, and it will take down a whole mountain. It will destroy a whole ecosystem just to make its nest. Okay, so not only is Tyranitar powerful, it's also a dickhead. Okay, this Pokemon wanders about in mountains seeking new opponents to fight. Yup, he really Tyranitar is walking around the hood like young Draco, looking for fades, asking, begging for the fades. That's crazy. So that's actually for Ruby and Sapphire. Okay, I like that. They kept uh, the same description throughout the games. That's good. And something that's different from Gold and Silver, where it gave you two different descriptions. Let's see. And then Emerald is a Tyranitar is so overwhelmingly powerful it can bring down a whole mountain to make its nest. Is that the same exact thing? They just put A in front of hello. Wait, they actually just reworded it for this game. It says here roves in mountains seeking new opponents to fight. They actually just reworded it just for Emerald. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then Fire Red and Leaf Green are the exact same as Gold and Silver. It can't be harmed by any sort of attack. It's imputed in nature. Blah blah blah, shit like that. So yeah, that's what Tyranitar is about. Uh, pretty strong. Pretty strong. Still fucking shit up. Still out there looking for phase. Still trying to catch the hands. Nothing ain't Asia changed for D-Dart, bro. He been down since day one, bro. That's what D-Dart about. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the overview. We're gonna take a look at some of the sets that it runs, things like that. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And let's see. So I have two teams with Tyranitar, as you can see here. Both of them I did not make, of course. Let's see. So this first one is Rock Slide, Earthquake, Pursuit, Fire Blast. This is once again still with the physical special split. So based on the typing of the move, that's what the attack was. Physical special. So Rock Slide, physical, Earthquake, physical, Pursuit special, and Fire Blast special. This has some funky EVs on it. 132 HP, 182 adamant attack, 36 defense, 128 special attack, and 28 with a brave nature. Oh, that's what it says. So not adamant, brave. That's some crazy ass EVs. But this is a CBB team. I'm sure he knows exactly what he's doing. Let me see if this T-Tar is on forums. So they have a T-Tar kinda like this on forums, except it's Dragon Dance, and it uses Dragon Dance, Rock Slide, Earthquake, HP Bug. CBB tried to tell me that nobody was using HP Bug, but I know better. You can't trick me, dude. I know when people are using HP Bug. All right. Now I know this is a different generation, but people are still using HP Bug. Don't lie to me. But yeah, they're using. Oh, and then of course, this is when the abilities came out. So Tyranitar had its Sand Stream. I guess but when I said last time that it makes it bulkier, that happened in Gen 4. So it doesn't get any additional bulk from having the sand up, not yet. But it's still helpful to have the sand up. Let you know, well, not versus T-Tar, but first other Pokemon that are affected by the sand. Let you know if you're faster or slower, based on the sand damage and leftover turns. Plus, the sand in this generation, it happened after the turn ended. You know what I mean? Like in our current one, the sand happens and then the turn ends, but the turn stops and then the sand hits you. So you can't. If you switch in on something and it's at 6%, it'll take sand damage and die. It's crazy. So I think sand was actually more powerful in Gen 3 than it is right now, or rather in the next gen, because they changed that in Gen 4. But yeah, that's pretty powerful. I like that a lot. And then another set I'm running for T-Tar is, let me take a look at it. Oh, I think is this the exact same set, or did I just look at that Pokemon again? Okay, no. So this one's different. This one's a fully special T-Tar with Fire Blast, Pursuit, HP Grass, and Ice Beam. I think it has HP Grass because Swampert is in the tier, or Swampert is used. I thought I had a team with Swampert on it, but I don't. HP Grass, I'm pretty sure it's for Swampert. You're not gonna HP Grass like a Vaporeon because they're pretty bulky and just gonna eat that shit up. Fire Blast, of course, for things like Steelix, Fortress, Skarmory, Pursuit, same old thing, Gengar, Alakazam. Even though I don't think you'd want to stand on those because I think there's Focus Blast, and Focus Blast is gonna blow you the fuck back. And then Ice Beam for Mence, Aerodactyl, other things like that. Pretty good T-Tar. I like the special one more in this gen because of the split. But yeah, that's a pretty good T-Tar. And then let's take a look. So yeah, this is actually a T-Tar that's on forums with the exact same EVs and everything. Actually, ours is running 208 HP and 48 speed, while the one on forums is running 188 HP and 80 speed. So a little faster, but a little less bulky. And it looks like they say Ice Beam. Let's see. So Fire Blast wears down Skarmory, Fortress, and other steel types. Of course it does. HP Grass allows Tyranitar to take most heralded Pokemon. Swampert. Yeah, that's what I thought. So Swampert is pretty big in Advanced just because of its bulk, Stealth Rocks, good typing, good coverage, good Pokemon back then. There wasn't as many threats as it is now, of course. So Swampert could really shine more effectively. Let me take a look here. And they said Rock Slide is generally more common than the last slot because you want to hit things like Blissey, Zapdos, and Salamence. But Ice Beam allows you to hit Zapdos and Salamence still with the modest nature. Plus, you can also hit, it says things like Flygon, and you can OHKO a Dugtrio on the switch, which was also used a lot. Dugtrio was pretty popping back then. And then there's two more sets here. Choice Band, Tyranitar with Rock Slide, Focus Punch, Earthquake, and HP Bug. Adamant Nature, 252 attack, 252 speed. Pretty basic set. And I'm sure, as you know, everything about it is exactly what you would think. Like it takes on, it's just strong. It's just hard hitting. That's it. You're just expected to punch holes in teams. Focus Punch I like the idea of Focus Punch on Choice Band because Swampert really Tyranitar forces out a lot of switches. Things like Swampert, and you Focus Punch it, boom, it says it takes 70% from Focus Punch on the switch. That's insane amount of damage. I mean, shit, that's just crazy to think about. Swampert taking 70% on the switching from a physical move. That's crazy. So it says things like Celebi, Melodic, Claydol. I didn't know Claydol was used, but yeah, I guess that'd be a good spinner because there wasn't a whole lot of things that could spin back then. I'm sure. I think I said that there was spike stacking in the last video. I got about 2 or 3 people on my head about that, saying, "Oh, there's no such thing as spike stacking in Gen 2." Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Yeah. I know now. Thank you. Thanks for that. But there was spike stacking in this one, so Claydol would be pretty good. Levitate, get over the spikes, spin them out, bounce out, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a sub punching, which is basically just like the Choice Bandit set, just instead of speed, you use HP. Sub, Focus Punch, Rock Slide, and then HP Bug or Grass. I personally think HP Grass would be better because you can probably I wouldn't say beat Swampert, but you can damage it more heavily with Focus Punch. Oh my god. But if you have a sub up, then you can HP Grass and 2-hit it. Because you're not gonna OHKO it. You're not gonna OHKO it either way. So I'm actually thinking more so the HP bug would be better. So that way you can beat things like Celebi and Claydon. Pretty good, pretty good. And then looking over its move pool, it doesn't have much of a move pool. It's pretty basic shit. Most definitely pretty basic. But that's just what T-Tar is. It's just mostly a physical attacker with 3 or 4 special moves that it has access to. It does get different moves. It has options that you can use. You know, it gets aerial ace. You can use aerial ace. I just wouldn't suggest it. Me personally, wouldn't suggest using aerial ace. It does get dig. Wouldn't suggest using dig. Would just throwing it out there. Wouldn't say use dig. Gets Fury Cutter too. It's pretty bad as well. Alright, and then real quick, we're just gonna look over a battle that somebody did with the Tyranitar. So hold on one second. Alright, we're back, and here we have a battle between Fox, and Sapienza. 2 pretty good players. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. So Fakes leads Skarmory as Sapienza leads Cloyster. He gets off a Toxic, so that way he can whittle down the Cloyster, because most of them are Spike's Rapid Spin. Yeah, that's what I was saying. His Skarmory is more than likely Spikes as well. So that way he's Toxic, so he doesn't have to worry about the Cloyster. Keep coming back and forth in for basically free, just to spin away the hazards. It looks like they're playing for something too, because I see him saying good luck, have fun. Normally you don't say that in just a friendly match. So yeah, let's keep going. So now he starts to set up his spikes after he got his first layer Toxic up. Judging by the way he's letting them set up spikes, I'm saying he probably has a Rapid Spinner in the back as well. So he's just not that worried about letting Sapienza get up a full layer of spikes. So he's more concerned about getting up his own spikes. So they're just gonna trade spikes. As he hard switches into Gengar, as they both hard switch to Gengar, he was trying to stop the Rapid Spin, but Sapienza was probably predicting him to make a switch like that. So they start going for Fig starts going for Ice Punch, which is a physical no. Is Ice Punch physical or special in this gen? Let me take a look. Actually, it might be special. Yeah, it is. Ice Punch is actually special right now. So pretty good. I think they're all the special moves like well, yeah, all the special moves are special, like Electric Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. I think it was all the EV typings. So it'd be Dark, Psychic, Water, Electric. Not Grass, right? Grass wasn't. No, Grass too. Ice, Grass, Water, Fire, Psychic, Dark. Am I missing anything? I probably am missing one. Don't persecute me too much. Electric, that's right, Electric. But yeah, all those were special moves. See, so he switches to Snorlax on the Ice Punch. Snorlax gets Shadow Ball and Body Slam. Shadow Ball is of course a physical move, so threatens Gengar a lot. Goes for Body Slam, gets the Para on Metagross, and then brings in Cloyster on the Metagross to try and spin, or as a sack it looks like, because that thing falls over to a Meteor Mash immediately. Brings in Suicune on Metagross. I don't know if they get Calm Mind, but if they do, he'll probably go for it. Oh, it's Roarcoon. Oh, that's really good with Spike Stack. So he's just going to start phasing his team away. He's probably expecting an explosion. That's why he switched to Gengar there. But Fake's expecting him to want him to explosion. Like I said, 2 good players, so they're not going to make bad plays here, or at least I wouldn't expect them. He hard switches to Starmie instead, expecting Gengar to come out. So now Starmie out, he'll probably go for a Hydro Pump. Yeah, exactly. Get some massive damage off on that Metagross, and he'll probably do another one, expecting switch. He missed the Hydro Pump though. I don't know how much that mattered. Probably would have done about 15-16%. But now he can get the Rapid Spin off on Snorlax, knowing that he's not going to bring his Gengar in just to get damage and get O-code by that. So now that the spikes are gone and Cloyster's gone, he can bring in Skarmory and proceed to get up all his spikes. Snorlax is running Fire Blast there for things like Skarmory, Fortress, Steelix, things that would normally wall a Snorlax. Get some additional damage off on him. So it looks like he's going to be able to get up all 3 layers of his spikes. That was a great play there, expecting him to switch into Gengar or anything special to take care of to take care of the Skarmory. And then here he goes for HP Fire Metagross. He probably thought he was going to switch out to do something to the HP Fire. And this is really weird. This is something I didn't know. So you might have noticed that, you might not have, but the Metagross used Explosion, it died. He sent out Gengar, and then the turn ended. So by using the Explosion, he was actually able to prevent last turn of spikes from going up, which is pretty cool. I didn't know it worked that way. So if you die on that turn, the turn's over. It just ends right there. That's pretty cool. So now the Gengar comes in, gets off a T-Bolt. He has a Jolteon here, which looks like it's going to be a little tough. There's no Volt Switch, so he's just Thunderbolt, and then he might Baton Pass there just in case he tries to switch. Yep, he goes for a Baton Pass. Probably going to Metagross. He went Gengar. Pretty good. Expecting the Body Slam. That's a smart play. I'm expecting this Gengar to probably have like Explosion or Will-O-Wisp, something like that. So it does have Explosion. He goes for it just to get some additional damage off. And because of that mechanic that we just talked about, the Snorlax can't do anything. It can't rest or anything. So he just weakened the Snorlax for free. That's a really cool mechanic. I didn't know that. So now the Tyranitar is inside. Ooh, and it got a flinch with Rock Slide. That's crazy. That's big boy T-Tar. Moving mountains. That's my nigga, bro. That's my nigga, bro. He really out here with it. So he hard switches Jolteon in on the Suicune. It really can't do much to him. I mean, he's just gonna start dropping off his T-Bolts. It just really depends on what his last is, and his last is a Flygon. Ooh, that's a little scary, especially because of Dragon Dances, and then low-key sweeps his team. I guess he's not running HP Ice. Maybe it doesn't get Dragon Dance back then. I would think it does, because a lot of things got Dragon Dance back then. Or maybe he's running Banded. Yeah, it's probably. I think Banded makes sense. So he brings in Starmie on the Flygon, goes for an Ice Beam as he switches into Suicune. I don't know if Starmie's ran T-Bolts or if they ran Recover. It looks like his is running Recover. And the Suicune is Calm Mind, so it's Calm Mind Roar. That's very cool. With Spike Stack, you can just weaken him and then Calm Mind, start killing him. It ate that T-Bolt up. It actually did 0 as he goes for a Surf and knocks it out. Starmie's back in, but if it doesn't have T-Bolt, I don't know what it's going to do. It does have T-Bolt, so I don't know why he didn't kill it with it before, especially since he went for Calm Mind. And maybe it wouldn't have killed, and that's why he didn't want Starmie to die, because that Starmie outsped everything on his team. So he brings in Tyranitar now. I think Tyranitar is going to be the MVP of this game. Clutch it out for him. That T-Bolt did absolutely nothing as he switches into Flygon. And he goes for a Rock Slide. Ooh, this is a bad situation for our boy Fakes. If he's not gonna live that, he ate that Earthquake up, and it was left over. And he got the Dragon Dance. Oh my gosh! Let's see what he does. Hold on a second. Oh, he's going for Rock Slide flinches. Does he get the flinch? Nope. I think that's the whole game. The Gengar is at an amount of health where it might die to Hydro Pump. We'll see. Of course, he goes for Ice Beam, nice and safe, kills that. No, it's at 80%. I don't think Hydro Pump's gonna kill a Gengar from 80. Like, Gengar's pretty bulky. And you see that sand I was talking about? Yep. Lived that, went T-Bolt, killed him. Good games. So yeah, that's one of the things T-Tar does. It Dragon Dances, Rock Slide, gets flinches a lot. That's what people rely on it for, normally for the flinches. But yeah, T-Tar pretty good through the generations. Like it's always done basically the same thing. Rock Slide, hold for flinches, Rock Slide for damage, bring it into wall things like Gengar, because I guess there wasn't the Focus Blast back then. I think Focus Blast was actually a Gen 4 thing, now that I think about it. So we'll cover that next video. But yeah, so Alakazam probably wasn't used as much this generation. In Gen 3, it was more Gengar. It probably did get some usage, but it didn't get a whole bunch of usage because it didn't have the special moves that it has in our current generation, which of course would make T-Tar better, knowing that it couldn't be hit by a Focus Blast, or Gengar would have to use something like a Focus Punch to KO it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll be back probably in the next 2 or 3 days for Gen 4 T-Tar. Talk about that. That's probably going to be, I think Gen 5 is going to be my favorite T-Tar to talk about, because Gen 5 is when shit really started popping. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye.